Note to self, if I ever go fishing for Magikarp, I'm going to do it with this hat. And I apologize for this accent. I really do. Hello and welcome, this is Megan for Poke Review. I will be reviewing something. It's not a product, it's not a movie, it's not a game, it's not an episode by far. It is nothing of that sort. In fact, what I'm actually going to tell you about is actually something very interesting. I was brought to my attention a couple of episodes, or a couple of videos ago, that there is a theory that is out and about, and I had no clue of this, actually. And actually, only just recently did I look into it. The guy said to Google the Pokemon Ash Coma Theory. So I Googled this Pokemon Ash Coma Theory, and I was open to suggestion, and I did not feel like sitting down and reading the whole thing at the time, so I just did a quick review of it and skimmed on it, and I was intrigued. For those who do not know what the Pokemon Ash Coma Theory is, as the name states, the Pokemon episode with Ash is in a coma. The Pokemon episodes, Ash Ketchum is in a coma. He has been in a coma since episode 1 after, I think, everybody's saying the Thunderbolt. That Pikachu emits a Thunderbolt to the Spearows. And, Ash goes in, he gets knocked out, basically. And a lot of brain damage. That's a lot of electricity for a boy to take in. So the theory is that Ash is in a coma, he was rushed to the hospital, and he's being treated. Heavy medication, and stuff like that. You can read into the theory all you want, and I'm just going to, basically give you a quick rundown of what I think. And I'm pausing every 5 seconds, because I have to think about this, because I personally don't know what to think about this.
It makes perfect sense!
What do you mean it's totally true? Are you nuts?
It has to make sense. Everything he describes about Brock is absolutely true. It makes sense that it would be his sexuality, although he's only 10 years old, and Charizard's in on it. Team Rocket's not even real. I mean, I can't even watch the episode at the same time without thinking of this theory. It makes sense because no guy could survive that Thunderbolt. There has to be some sort of reason that otherwise it wouldn't possibly make any sense. And on top of that, I'm going to absolutely say, yes, this is totally legit, and I think it's totally real.
Moving on. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a part of me that wants this theory to be real. There really is. And it makes for an interesting concept and a really interesting story. However, the theory does help realize certain things that may just help fill in the blanks for certain producer fails. Such as, you know, Ash doesn't get any older, and we were on to the 10th, or actually we're on to like almost the 13th, 12th, 13th, 14th year, of maybe even more of this show running, and he hasn't grown an inch. He's changed clothes. He might have matured a little bit, but he really hasn't changed per se a lot, physically, and there's so many other features that could have been, you know, changed. For example, the pacing of the story after the Thunderbolt, and as he continues on, 2nd episode, 3rd episode, 200th, 300th, 400th episode. They all have a very different pacing. Now, the obvious, realistic explanation for this would be that the producers have changed. There have been different people animating, there have been different voice actors, there have been different this, different that, in the background, causing a different pace for the series. This is a given. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. But it would be neat if they could take advantage of those fails. The fact that the pacing's so different. What if we slapped everybody in the face and said, this is what's really been happening over the past decade. With Pokemon, it's all a lie. That would be amazing to see something along those lines. And to see, hey, 5-year-olds, you like Pokemon? Here's something to slap you in the face with. Oh, parents would love us forever. So let's go ahead and just say a couple more things before we close off. Right now I'm going to say this. This does prove valid points. There are a lot of mishaps. Mr. Mime has a place in his mind. Team Rocket. All these other Team Aquas and Team Magmas. All these other teammates. The new Pokemon may just be his mind trying to think of what new Pokemon would possibly be. Remember, he's only 10 years old. And the concept of how holy he is. We haven't seen a single episode involving his birthday, unless there's been a new one lately. Ash's birthday. I don't think there's been an episode of Ash's birthday. As far as my memory serves, there's not been an episode of Ash's birthday. There's been constant Christmas specials, but nothing past that point. To which I say, that has to prove something. There has not been a single episode of his birthday. And if we finally see one where we're like, happy birthday, Ash, you're 11 years old, I'm going to lean on this theory. The theory that he's in a coma and all this time has been passed as a lie, I gotta give a thumbs up for creativity to the guy, for really digging in and looking at the nook and crannies. There's a lot of questions about Pokemon that has not been answered, and maybe this coma theory can answer it. And maybe this is a good theory. Guys, creators of Pokemon, people who are in charge of Pokemon, look into this theory, use it, because this could actually make for a very interesting slap in the face. Because I'm sure a lot of parents would be mad. And I'm pretty sure that once you read through it and you look at it, you're going to go, oh, well, that makes me look at the episode differently now. I'm watching a new episode, now I can't get the theory out of my head. So, should you read it? If you're a big fan of fan fiction, and you're a big fan of creativity and looking at canonicity and whether it should be... Wait a minute, canonicity, is that a real word? Did I just make up a word? Canonicity. Canonicity and whether it's real, and you're a really big fan of fan fiction, go for it. Read it. Take the time, take some time out of your hands and read it. It is very, very detailed, and it actually secondly makes sense. If you're not a big fan of fan fiction, you don't want to confuse yourself with canonicity, and you don't think this is a waste of your time, if you feel, oh, this is stupid, I don't feel that this creativity is not canon, therefore I don't want to look at it, push it aside and don't look into it, and just watch your episodes as normally. So, do I want the canonicity to be the fact that he is in a coma? Sadly, yes, but at a point, no. Simply, this is a child's show. The answer to whether I believe this is canon, no, of course it's not. But it would be bloody brilliant if it was, and a royal smack to the face to all Pokemon fans. No lie. I'd be curious to see if they would take this theory and use it in some sort of concept for the movies. That'd be cool. I'd like to see it. Read into it. Tell me below what you think about the theory. And I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Because I personally think it's amazing that this guy took the time to look that deeply into it. Because the post scroll, you're scrolling for like a good minute and a half and you're still not done. So, look into it, guys. It is a very in-depth article. Very in-depth blog. So, this is Megan for Poke Reviews. I hope you enjoyed this. I apologize for being a little long. The movie Insight is coming soon. Please hang tight. I will get to it, and it'll be out as soon as possible. In the meantime, gotta catch them all. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
You know you can't kill me, right?
Yeah, sometimes I wish I could.
Huh? What was that? What'd you say?
Nothing.